I'm holding the keys to what's probably the most realistic expression of what a hydrogen car can be. This Ford Edge has the same hydrogen power plant that was in the Airstream concept car. The Edge has two motors actually, and this is the front motor. There's no big engine to take up space in this engine compartment. It could eventually mean that this space could be used to store cargo. It could mean that front ends of cars will get a lot shorter. So you might think they used an Edge to fit all of their hydrogen power plant stuff here, but no, actually, most of the cargo space is maintained. So the neatest thing about this system is that the only emission out of the tailpipe is water vapor. It's breathable. You probably don't want to collect it and drink it, but if you're in that kind of situation, you absolutely have to. It's pure water.
After a quick photo op, project manager Mujeeb Ijaz invited me into the driver's seat.
So just like you're starting a car, you let go, and you'll see the meter go from off to now 0 on the left.
Okay.
And that means that you're ready to go. So it's basically the car's running now.
Oh wow.
So
much faster startup than the hydrogen Focus that I drove.
we have 2 electric motors and a lithium-ion battery that provides all of the transient power. So as you're driving, the vehicle's always driving on this battery. When the battery gets down to about 40% state of charge, the fuel cell will automatically turn on and supplement the power.
There's not a vacuum lead anymore, and so your brakes don't have the vacuum assist.
So what we do is we use power steering and brake function on one pump, and it's a hydraulic circuit that's positive as opposed to being a vacuum circuit.
Well, there's not as much power as the 3.5 liter 6-cylinder in the normal Edge, but takeoff is pretty good. It's, you know, it's not at the level of a gasoline engine just yet, but it's good, especially considering we're going uphill slightly.
I can't get into the mind of the customer of this without being a customer of it.
You're exactly
when I get home, I have to carry my briefcase. I have to figure out, okay, am I plugging it in first? Am I grabbing my stuff first? And what do I like about that? And what do I not like about that? And the cord comes off. It lays in a puddle of water if you're in the snow time.
Yeah.
And do you like that or not? And then how do we deal with that? I mean, there's a ton of details around plug-in hybrids that we have to get right.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing it this way.
So the hydrogen Edge really carries its weight well, especially through corners, just like the normal Edge. You really wouldn't know that it's carrying as much more weight as it is.
So you have kinetic energy that you're converting into heat normally with brake pads?
Sure.
Well, regenerative braking recovers that and turns it into electricity. 2 key technology ideas. One is to put hydrogen storage down the center of the vehicle. That's the right place for hydrogen because of considerations in crash. It's also the best volumetric place to put hydrogen because we need about 7 times more volume with a hydrogen tank than we do with a normal gasoline tank because the storage density of hydrogen isn't that great.
Right.
So we put the cylinder down the center of the car and then put a fuel cell under your seat and a battery pack underneath my seat. And so that represents the midship.
So all in all, the drive is pretty uneventful. It really seems like it's not that big of a transition going from a gasoline-powered vehicle to a hydrogen-powered vehicle. And it really shows that the project has been well thought out, and the hydrogen technology is maybe a little more viable than people are giving it credit for.